Young people can spot old people. They look at their feet. Depending on the type of socks you wear, it shows if you're an old or not. Let me see your socks. Where do they end? Oh, okay.
No, they're here.
So these aren't ankle socks. These are just above the ankle. So these are appropriate.
Show them to the camera.
Ow!
Okay.
Because Gen Z people make fun of us for having ankle socks.
So what do they wear?
They wear slightly long socks with the brand on it. That's the Gen Z style. If you don't know how old somebody is, just look at their feet.
What this guy?
It's probably like 38.
Non.
Yeah.
Pardon, monsieur? Vous avez quel âge? 38!
Oh my God!
He guessed il a deviné votre âge juste en regardant vos souliers. You're the age whisperer. Welcome to a new episode of the Good Night Podcast.
Hello.
If this is your first time here, please click subscribe and like for some quality Montreal podcasting entertainment.
I love this. I love street corners.
We are at a very special street corner today. We are recording live in front of Cafe Evie. Our good friend Alessandro, the chef who manages this place, 1251 Saint-Zotique East.
2001?
1251. 1251.
Oh.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Saint-Zotique East. It's funny in Arabic culture when you sneeze after you say something that means what you just said is true.
Bless you.
Like when you sneeze after you sneeze,
the thing
what
you just
said is true.
So like you said the address.
Yes, so the address is true. 1251 Saint-Zotique East is where we are.
Come on, Harris. This is the Paris Achoo.
Achoo. So we are live here. I like this neighborhood. This neighborhood is changing so much. It's very quaint.
I love a small town. I just want to live. This is what the country is.
The whole country?
The country, like the countryside.
The country.
Because I live in.
Oh yeah, you live.
I live
in
close to
land.
No. I don't live downtown, but I live in the suburbs. And this is the
downtown
country.
is not hectic anymore. There's no one downtown.
What are you talking about?
Downtown is empty all the time.
I walk downtown. It's like
really?
Yeah.
During the day or during the night?
During, I don't know when. During the day, I guess. Whenever I go jogging, I like to run around the mountain.
And you go like how far downtown do you go?
Like, St. Catherine where there's all the construction and a million people.
Yeah.
There's so many people in shopping malls shopping. No one's working. Yeah. Everyone's skipping work to go shopping. Especially around like noon, everyone's like, let's go to lunch, let's go grab a coffee, let's go grab like shoes, pants. So many people. It's so crazy. I don't know about I don't go party at all.
Because the nightlife I find downtown is gone.
Yeah.
There's nothing. You have like the stretch on Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
A little bit of the Old Port. Old Port is not downtown.
No.
But like anything else, there's nothing. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's the tourist part, was the Crescent Street, which is very touristic.
Crescent and where all the young people together.
I guess like Saint Laurent or like Wellington is very popular now. Hey,
Wellington is not downtown.
How's it go?
Hey, yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Come on in. It's Alessandro's lady. She just walked in.
It's all good, man. Yeah, no.
Nice. Question for you.
Yeah.
Is it too early for us to wear a long sleeve shirt?
No, it was cold earlier. And I know my electricity went out, so my heating was off.
It's true. So you're like trembling. You're looking at your girlfriend. She's like, and you're like, hey, sweetie, don't die. She's like, I can't.
Like in the Titanic where it's like...
And you're like, I should have married a fat chick. They survive winters better. Why did I go for a slim model like women?
Sometimes in the wintertime, I turn off all the heating in our room, and then Claire doesn't realize what's going on. And I fantasize that, like in the end of Titanic where it's like the two couple on the bed and they're like holding each other and the water's coming and they drown. I like to fantasize that's about to happen to us. And Claire's like, why is the heating off?
Because you're like, the body needs cold air to sleep. These guys must have had the best sleep before they all died.
Yeah. Oh my God, my mom used to guilt trip me about like things like she said, like the mother in the Titanic, the same thing happened with the two kids. Like the mom was reassuring the kids that they're going to be in heaven. My mom would say like, that's the type of mother I am. And I'd be like traumatized, like, what, am I going to die? So in my mental note, I was like, don't go in the Titanic. You're going to drown with your mom.
Hey, your mom is in Greece now.
Yes.
I saw that. I'm like, oh.
I know.
Like, I wonder how she's going to, what is she going to post different than me? And she's like, just posting stores and where she's going shopping. I'm like, oh yeah, people shop. I totally forgot people go to other countries
she said
to buy
she wasn't going to, she just can see the Acropolis from her hotel room, right? And that's it.
It's so nice. Every hotel in Athens, if you look outside, you can see the Acropolis.
That's really
such
cool.
a cool
Yeah.
Such a cool. Every hotel has a terrace on top.
I love that.
It's sometimes just a ceiling or like a.
Yeah.
They're like, no,
just
it's
a
rooftop. Look, it's
roof.
It's
top
roof.
of roof.
It's roof. Let's go.
Russell, me penis. Yeah. No, my hotel in Barcelona had a rooftop pool. We didn't use it once.
Rooftop pool?
Rooftop pool.
Whoa.
But the
that's
beach is a
cool.
minute away. I'm like, I'm not going to go to the rooftop pool. I'll go to the beach. But I didn't realize that the rooftop pool had a view of the Sagrada de Familia. And I had no idea. And also...
So you can pee in the pool while looking at...
looking at a beauty
Sagrada
of
de
art.
Familia. Ey.
And I didn't realize also out my window you can see it. I had no idea. I didn't look out the window, and I didn't look out the roof. Where was I looking? Oh, coffees are coming.
Who's here? Oh, well.
What's that metal
Hey.
straw? Is that for
Thank you so much.
Ah.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
Okay.
Thank you. So we have Alessandro. Alessandro, come in the frame. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
This is Alessandro, the chef here.
And that's his friend.
It's me and my family. We own the Cafe Evi, making Italian espresso, cappuccino.
Can I get a teaspoon of sugar?
Yes, I'll be right back.
I ask without sugar. That's why.
It's okay. I usually drink with sugar.
This is so good. I never had a piece of glass in my mouth.
No? What about shisha?
Oh yeah.
What about crack?
I'm making bubbles like
Whoa.
a shisha.
It's like, you know how we always drink soda water? It's like that.
Dude, Greece made me love iced forms of coffee.
Oh, dude, frappe?
Yeah.
I gotta make you a real Greek frappe. Oh, amazing. Unreal.
I mean, we do. We should have asked him.
He can't make it. He's not Greek.
You have to be Greek to make a frappe?
And it needs to be in the most unreasonable form ever.
I got you guys some sugar.
Thank you.
Would you be able to handle it, or do you need a table?
I could.
Let's see. We decided not to get a table because we're blocking that.
Also, just pour that. I'll tell you when to stop. Stop. Actually, wait, some more.
I hate to get. Why am I speaking into the coffee?
That's good.
Is this live?
Now turn it clockwise though. That's counter. There, I don't even know.
That's clockwise.
Thank you.
My clockwise or your clockwise?
Whoever's clock is the most wise.
Thank you, Alessandro, guys.
Thank you.
If you want such amazing service, come to Cafe Evi, 1251
Oh, that's like candy.
San Zotique East. Look, he has glass. What do you call these?
Straws.
Glass straws, man.
My brother's been baking like cakes and stuff recently, and I've been eating all his cakes. He doesn't eat sweets or anything, so he's just been bringing sweets.
I think it's time for him to have a baby, man.
I guess so. He's been feeding me. I'm sucking his nipples.
Exactly. If he's cooking and being a stay-at-home dad, like it's time to get.
I think he's venturing off into like the cooking sphere because he never really cooked that much on his own, and now he's like learning, and it's very nice because he's been bringing me like for the 2 weeks now. He brought me 2 huge tiramisus.
Wow, homemade tiramisus, dude.
Oh, it's so good. Oh,
he made the cream and everything.
Everything.
What do you call that cream?
Crema.
I
don't know.
Of course.
I don't know.
Sorry. Can you translate that in English?
Cream.
I miss sweets. I've been continuing my diet. I'm down to 224.
Oh wow.
0.2.
That's
Dude,
good.
I saw the video of us like the shisha bonus. Guys, by the way, we have a bonus.
Insanely bad. I thought
I
looked so bad.
you
looked fine. I looked horrible.
Fat. Dude.
I looked like
I look
Barney
like
the dinosaur.
Ooga Baga Buddha Bawa ya.
Java, yeah.
With the shisha like Huba Hada Haba, and you look like the girl, the princess.
No.
Uba Gawa, Ubigo Bawa.
I looked like, you know how like Jabba had like that little rat friend that like he would always beat her. I looked like that.
Uba Baga.
Or, like fatter and bloated.
Huba Gawa. Yeah. Okay, so people just walk past by us and they don't know what we're talking about. They just heard me go Uga Baba Guaba.
And it's
they're
me
like,
being
goddamn
like
immigrants.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
This is so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn. I could tell what type of love you are after that suck.
sorry?
I could tell what type of lover you are
Pretty
after that
good.
little suck.
Someone asked me that. What type of lover you are?
I
could be
your lover.
You're in a relationship, so you don't have that. But there's a few girls that like slide in my DMs.
What?
And we start talking, and then they things get a little naughty.
Whoa.
And then usually you would meet them, but sometimes it's hard. They're in a different city, in a different province, in a different country. So they're like, "What type of lover are you?" And like, pretty
pretty good. Just be like,
depends how in shape I am.
yeah, just like I don't know what type of. Just do like tongue emoji, cat emoji, eggplant emoji, sun emoji.
Trying my best to date women in their 30s, Gabe. That's that works only on girls in their 20s.
And then do like a voice note of just that voice note.
I have a recommendation for young men. I tried something and it's working out perfectly. You know, again, it's difficult to discuss this because you're married and you're in love and you don't cheat on your girlfriend. Fortunately, sorry, fiance, but never screenshot nudes. Because if you don't screenshot, because they know, the girl knows when you screenshot it. Oh, it shows them that. Oh, this
it tells you.
Yeah, you didn't know.
I knew, but I haven't. Yeah. I didn't know it still did that.
I never I want the girl to know that I screenshot it, so it doesn't bother me. But realize when you don't screenshot, the girl's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna keep sending him more." It's quite sexy.
Oh, wait, so wait, this, what app? What text messaging? Like if someone sends
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram.
It helps build like a better relationship, I guess, with whoever you're talking to.
Interesting.
Like, this is nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
So wait, don't they send you the photo? Oh, so the photo disappears.
Yes. Look at you. It's as if I'm talking from a guy from the 1800s.
I don't use.
Oh, when she sends you a letter,
I don't.
a pin-up photo when you are in the trenches of World War I, and she sends you a photo, Margaret,
sprayed with perfume,
sprayed with a kiss with her lips on the photo. You know.
No, I don't really. Yeah,
a photo of her in her brassiere.
I think the only people that send me photos is like you, cat emojis, weird voice notes. That's it.
I send you a lot of. I send you two type of reels.
Birds and like
hey, let's
how to use captions or something.
How to get our podcast bigger? Can you please study this guy who does?
It's like all this do. It's like put your video in 4K. I'm like, it's
so good.
Yeah, it looks good.
I want to keep. Do you think Alessandro will be pissed off if I stole the straw?
The straw? Yeah, I don't know. I can ask him. Probably by Walmart.
Whoa, a pregnant lady.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my wife.
I don't see those. My wife. It's true. Gabe was saying that we remind people of King of the Hill.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I'll tell you.
I tell you
Someone
what.
Just yell Amer. This is a cool.
So what's you, my friend? What have you been up to?
I learned a few things. So did you? Okay. Do you know?
He's gay.
Yeah. I learned that. It is kind of a little bit of a gay thing, but I realized like how young people can spot old people. Let's say not judged by looking at their face.
Oh.
They look at their feet. You know how?
Tell me more.
Socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on the type of socks you wear, it shows how if you're an old or not.
Please develop.
Let me see your socks. Holy shit. I don't know if that's young or old. I can't tell. Where do they end?
Oh, okay. No, they're here.
Okay.
They're dress socks.
I
love dress socks.
If those socks were white,
you
would be in like Gen Z, the most genius, like hipster, hip-hop anonymous, hippopotamus.
So sorry. What is this? Okay.
So these are borderline. If these aren't ankle socks. These are just above the ankle. So these are
Show them to the camera.
Ow! How do I do?
Oh, Mr. Elastic isn't elastic anymore. Okay. Okay.
Because at the show last week, I learned recently that during the show, people were like kind of taking the piss out of my socks. They're like, "What are you, an old whatever?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's because the socks. A lot of my socks are ankle socks." And I was showing them my socks. And I'm like, "So this proves that like I'm an old, out of touch person." Because Gen Z people make fun of us for having ankle socks, which is fine. And then
So what do they wear?
They wear slightly long socks with the brand on it. That's the Gen Z style. And there was this really cool, handsome-looking guy in the show, and he was very handsome. But I was like, "Bro, you look like a young man, strong, virile, but I can tell you're an old piece of shit." And then everyone looked, and then one girl, she was like maybe 20. She's like, "He's got ankle socks," and everyone's like dying, laughing. And then there was like this guy must have been 60 years old. He had like these most long, like longer than those socks.
They're not that long. Look,
that's pretty good actually. But they went
to how like I didn't pull them all the way up. I'm like, I'm cool.
And I was so the guy's like socks went all the way up, and I was like, I think those are compression socks. I'm pretty sure.
You know how high they can go.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was guy's socks. Damn.
But I never pull them out. It's dress socks, man.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
you start wearing dress socks,
I love dress socks. I love black socks in the winter. So
Mm.
nice. The black socks. Favorite baseball team.
I try to have the same type of socks
Mm-hmm.
so that I don't spend time mix and matching.
Mm-hmm.
So if you buy, like every time I buy new socks, because I don't thread my socks. Do you thread
No.
your socks? Once
Thread?
I have a hole,
Yeah.
it's
No,
been
they're
an
gone.
honor knowing you. You
Yeah.
served me well.
They're gone.
May you end up on the shores of Shanghai or
Yeah.
somewhere in China
Mhm.
where we throw recycling.
Yeah.
Wish you the best. Go back to your homeland. You're made in China and you return to
but
China.
just be aware now. Look at people's legs.
Well,
If you don't
okay,
know
but-
how old somebody is, just look at their feet.
I would say, what about this guy?
It's probably like 38.
No,
Yeah.
in their 20s.
No way.
Pardon, monsieur? Vous avez quel âge? 38! Oh my god! Il a deviné votre âge juste en regardant vos souliers. Because these are nice shoes. Merci beaucoup. Oh my god, Gabe!
See?
You're the age. Merci beaucoup, bonne soirée. You're the age whisperer.
38. I can tell.
This is weird.
Just by looking at their shoes and their socks.
Alessandro got scared.
He thought we got attacked by a dog. It's a pit bull. Mr.
Dude.
Worldwide.
That is.
I know. This guy, maybe 32. Yeah, 32.
I can see in his 30s because I know. You see, I can tell by looking at his face because he has like his face is like ugh. Just the weight of responsibilities. It weighs on you.
Yeah, but I don't even do that. I don't need to make eye contact.
What about
I
her?
make feet contact. She's 29. No, 27. But no, maybe 31.
What are her?
20,
No,
like 30
she's
something.
in her. No, I would say in her 20s.
No,
She's in her 20s.
32.
There's no way
I
a
can
woman in
tell.
her 30s dresses like this. Trust me.
Why?
She's in her 20s.
Those are Quebec people.
She's wearing capri pants that are clearly too big for her. No, and she has a young, youthful face.
I looked at her face.
I wouldn't hit on her. That's how she's in her 20s. I wouldn't hit her. She's like,
Okay, wait. I
okay.
wish you could see.
These
See,
are kids.
Those are 21.
These are kids.
20. Okay. This dude, black dude behind you with this
You
socks.
know, this is
Look,
an
look,
audio
look.
podcast.
So that guy.
He's
Okay.
a dad. He's in his 40s.
No. Not him. There was a dude wearing cool socks. Anyway, I'm a sock person. I
I'm
know
blown
everything about
away.
socks.
Okay, what about her? So she's in her 30s based on your...
Look, she's like 58 or something.
She's 58. She's wearing socks to her knees. Like, not to her knees, to her ankles. She's wearing ankle socks.
Because she has an injury. No, I don't know. It's a joke. But
She's
that
in
was
shape?
a crazy coincidence.
That's insane. That's, for me, you have a superpower now. We always wonder, over the past years, what is Gabe's superpower?
Yeah, what is it?
It's guessing people's age.
I don't know how I did that.
Your mom called me, by the way, the god of laughter. I'm like, that's so sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
She's like, you're a bloke. And I Googled, I'm like, oh god, he's the god of laughter.
Oh, by the way, I told everybody the story of how rude Greek people are. They thought it was the funniest thing. And my mom was like, yeah, you're right. Oh, you know what's funny? So we were going to a restaurant. It's the first time I saw my mom in forever, right? We're going to this restaurant. The first thing my mom does, there's a line up the door. She goes in the front of the line, goes, excuse me, we need to go. I swear to God. And I'm like, excuse me, we need how many more people? It's like you can count the people. And then I was like, and I told my mom the story. She totally didn't even realize the story related to what she just did. She then told another story about how rude Greek people are. And I was like, you literally just did that. She's like, yeah, but we would need to eat.
I don't know if it's rudeness or
Excuse me.
lack of respect for order.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, it's my needs first.
Oh, so funny. And you being like the man being like, I need to go. And then the person's like, but I need to go.
We all need to go. Why?
I knew.
Why do you feel the need to go first? The doors weren't even. Please make it short. Out of
Yeah,
this.
that's
please.
the funniest thing.
please
I
make it
love
short.
that story. It's my favorite story I've ever heard.
Oh my god, I feel
Oh.
buzzed, man. Do you feel like woken up?
No, I mean it's my fourth coffee today. 3 cups of tea, 4 cups of coffee. I had a huge cup, Tim Hortons.
So something big is gonna happen this weekend.
What's happening?
I'm getting my brother's car. It's official.
Actually?
That's it.
Cool. Well, you're going to go all the way there, so you're going to drive your car out there and just drive it off a bridge and then go in your brother's car. Are you selling your car to anybody?
Yeah, Will.
Will
the
Vecchio?
Vecchio's gonna buy my
What is
car.
he gonna race?
Well,
Destruction
okay.
derby? What is
I thought, truly, this is how. I'm like, hey, Will, you wanna buy my car? He's like, yeah, because here we have a friend, Will Del Vecchio. You've seen him on the podcast on Destroyer Parks. So Will has a sports, like an expensive,
nice
sports
ass car, Scion or whatever.
Like, no.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's like a rare.
Oh.
It's like a Japanese car. There's not many of them here. Not his edition.
Okay.
He maintains it so much.
Yeah.
Like he buffed it for $1,000. He went to a guy. He paid $1,000 just to buff it and make it shiny.
Wow. That's wild.
His car is his car is so expensive that the price hasn't gone down since he bought it.
Nice.
So let's say he paid like $50,000.
Whoa.
It's still $50,000.
Damn.
It's like 2 years old.
Inflation is.
There's
keeping
no
up.
depreciation. That's
Yeah.
how rare his car
That's
is.
cool.
And I told him, like, you just drive my car in the summer. In the winter, you don't want to drive your sports mobile in the winter. He's like, yeah, I need it. He's like, yeah, most of the. I'm like, ow, but okay.
Love that term. Oh, sorry.
So he said he's gonna buy my car. If not, I'll find someone else to buy it. But he said he's interested in buying it.
That's cool.
I could sell it for more than what I'm selling, but I just don't want to work. So I'm like, I'll just buy it.
Yeah, but people could just come to you, you know. Like people come, hey, look.
You see, that's why I'm responsible of business and not you. Because when you have
people just come
business,
to you.
you go to people and you sell the product.
No.
Yes, you do. It's okay. Don't worry.
I went to. I have.
Gab. Stick to your powers. How old is this guy?
33.
Yeah, in his 30s. I would say in his 30s.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's wearing funky socks.
Then again, when I went to pick up my car, I went to a dealership, but I went to see like 6 people, all different Hondas. Oh my god, it was the worst. Like trying to buy a car. One guy, I was like, and then he's like, "So you're gonna buy it?" I'm like, "No, it's just with that. Just with you asking if I'm gonna buy it, I'm not gonna buy it."
Yeah.
Then I remember like going to like a dealership and like I thought I wanted a Subaru. I was like, oh, I'll get a Subaru because they're pretty cool, good in the winter, you know.
You're a lesbian.
Yeah, I'm a lesbian. It's funny. I used to think Subarus were lesbian cars, and they are still to me. My uncle's like, no, they're powerful beasts, and I'm like, yeah, for lesbians. It's
Yeah,
like,
lesbian.
Yeah, like whatever. And then so I go to the dealership. I'm driving it. It's like kind of it stinks, and then like the whole time the dealer had his kind of arm up like this. I'm like, what are you? And I look.
You're driving?
Like, just he was hiding something. You could tell.
Oh.
And I look at the roof, the ceiling. It's all just like, it looks like someone held like a cup of diarrhea and went like up like that. And it was just all over. I was like, what is that?
It's like, hey, so as you can see, the inside space is so spacious, and there's so much power. And oh, look over there. He's still hiding just a stain of blood.
Yeah,
You know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
Salespeople do this. So
Mhm.
when I got my apartment, I needed to buy a fridge.
Mhm.
So I went to a place that sells like fridges,
Mhm.
and there was a fridge. I'm like, oh, it's a good price. I think it was like refurbished or whatever.
Yeah.
The sticker was on the freezer door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's a good price. You know what? The guy's like, okay, you know what? I'll give it to you $100 less. Anyways, we
Wow.
negotiated, we haggled. I take the fridge, I buy it. The sticker was on a bump of the door of the freezer.
Oh, it was hiding
So
it.
it was
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, where can I put the sticker price on the bump?
Yeah, hide the
So when I
biggest
got
flaw.
them, like, just, there's a little indentation. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
you son of a gun.
Maybe $100 done, $100 done, dent.
Yeah.
$100 bump. Oh, jeez.
$100 dent. Ugh, forget it.
Rebate, redent. What else is new? I ran into Pantelis at the Greek, like when I went to go for dinner with my mom, I ran into him at the Greek festival.
Pantelis, how is
Yeah.
he?
So happy, nice guy, skinny.
I love this guy.
What else? I told him about you went to the football museum, the football museum.
Yeah, he's the one who bullied me.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
like,
he was
"Malaka."
like, yeah, I told him. One thing I noticed about like immigranty white, not immigranty, sorry, yeah, immigranty Greek. If you go like anything like you compliment somebody, you say something nice, or you say like, oh, that's a good idea, or oh, this happened. Like let's say my mom was like, my mom would say, oh, we should go here. I'm like, that's a good idea, and she'd be like, yeah, that's because I said it. And I'm like, okay, sorry for saying that. Like, or like anybody, oh, that's a good idea.
Of course it's great. I'm the one who thought about it.
So I was like, oh, Amer went to the thing. He had a great time. So of course he did. I told him to go. And I'm like, why is everyone like that? Like, what the? It's like, okay, fine, I won't say it.
There's pride. There's pride. I like this.
But they're anger. They're like angry and
there's pride.
it's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna talk to
testosterone.
anybody.
They're manly. Your
No.
mom is manly.
I think
Of course.
Yeah, I don't like.
Of course,
that.
I don't, because the thing is, like, if I recommended it, it's because I believed in the product. That's the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
White people will recommend something to but immigrants, if they recommend something, it's like I knew it. They don't recommend anything to
Yeah.
anyone. Immigrants,
also-
but when they do, they mean it.
A white person like me will say a nice
They're
thing.
white.
But I watched. Look, I watched David Letterman every night for like 40 years. That's basically in personality, David Letterman. Like that's who I've emulated growing up. Basically, I love David Letterman. Just whitest guy on the planet. Whatever. I'm white. A white person will say things like that.
I have a feeling he rubs on Claire. Come on, make me white. Make me white, Claire. And she's like, oh, yes, rub your immigranty olive oil skin on me. She's like, ooh, make me an immigrant. And you're like, ooh, make me white. Oh, God.
I wake up with a monocle.
Dude, you'll never rub away you're an immigrant.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled.
But look, I'll say something nice.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I did this. That was a good thing. And I'm not saying it because I care. I'm saying it because I want them to feel good.
Yeah.
But then they say it, and then I feel like, you know what? I'm just never going to make you feel good again.
Immigrants won't say something to make you feel good. Won't recommend you something to make anyone feel good.
Mhm.
So when they recommend something, they mean it.
You know what all I want to hear is, oh, cool. That's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear, it's like, you know what? I'm
the
not going
penis
to.
is hard all the time.
I don't believe it.
That's I just fucking.
They're all bloated and tired from eating food.
No, not the two Greeks that your mom and Pen tell us are not bloated.
No.
They're healthy and in
Yeah.
shape and have great tits.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And what else?
Something happened. I wanna bring it up. Gabe. So I'm back home. I'm like, all right, let's find a show I want to watch. So I started watching Mad Men. Mad Men is now on Netflix.
Yeah, the most
And
depressing
if-
show on the planet.
You open it, and there's a note that says all the seasons, all the episodes there except one
Which?
show, except one episode. I'm like, why did they remove one episode? So I googled it. Netflix decided not to air the episode where one of the characters is wearing blackface as a joke.
Oh, yeah.
And
Prime kept it.
And I find that hilarious
Mhm.
because the whole show, their reason is like, oh, this is insensitive towards black
Yeah.
people. We cannot have a guy wearing
Yeah.
blackface, even if that's a joke. But the whole show is like, look how dumb women are. Am I right?
Yeah.
Ah, look at this dumb. Can't even think for herself. There's literally a scene
Yeah.
in season 1 where a woman is in the washroom crying
Yeah, crying.
because how men treat her in the office.
Mhm.
And Netflix is like, oh, that's totally okay. We can keep
Yeah.
this, no problem.
No.
But not the guy as a joke wearing blackface.
But so that scene when he was wearing blackface, it's
Yeah.
not a joke. They're not doing it because they think it's funny in the show. They're trying to. I've seen the whole show, right? So it's in the show. Also, people are disgusted by him doing that. So
Keep it.
that's what I'm saying. Because also them showing all these other things like the women crying in the bathroom, the way they're treated, is also part of that kind of comment on society being back then. They're not showing it and they're not glorifying it. So they kept that. They should keep it all in.
They should keep everything
Yeah.
on.
So it seems kind of dumb on Netflix's part
Of
to
course.
weigh what side is
It
more
shows
important.
that women.
Yeah, I know. It makes it kind of backfires what they're trying to do.
Here's my conspiracy theory. You ready?
Mhm.
It got the word out. Mad Men is on Netflix.
Uh.
It's all conspiracy. It's all marketing. You're like, guys, how can we tell people that Mad Men is on Netflix?
Yeah.
Let's stir up a little controversy.
Uh-huh.
Let's keep all the misogyny because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But a guy wearing blackface as a joke?
Yeah. No.
No. And let's see what happens. I'm telling you, man, people, the lizards who are in
Yeah.
control of the media we consume, they're geniuses.
Oh, how far
They
into
know
Mad
exactly.
Men?
I've seen most of it long time ago, so
Yeah.
now I'm still in season 1.
Oh, it's so depressing. It's like the most depressing show.
Watch it again.
I saw it last year. It was so depressing.
The
It made me so. No.
I'm
Look,
unimpressed with the
first
with the
four
dialogue.
seasons. Oh, first 4 seasons are amazing, and then it gets so sad because you
Yeah.
realize it's just him up 4 times, 5 times.
But yeah, I'm like, what the? It made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm like, oh, it's a great way to. So we should find something. We should. We need.
Oh,
to
we need
think
to
like
remove an
lizards.
episode.
We need to remove an episodes. Maybe remove the one where I want you to censor what I'm going to say now. Okay.
Okay.
Remove the one where I say that the Prophet Muhammad
Oh.
shaved his mustache because he could eat the of his 90-year-old wife better.
You said that?
Yeah.
How do you remember that?
Because I remember.
How do you remember what you say?
I remember as I said it, I'm like, this is gonna bite me eventually in the butt.
I don't remember you ever saying that. Actually, but I don't remember anything. Like I don't remember. Like how the hell? That's so insane that you remember that.
Because I remember as I said it, like if someone ever hears this is gonna get me in trouble.
No.
I won't be able to travel to all the cool countries I want to travel to.
Well, you get to go to like Italy,
Yeah.
where they say things like that.
Yeah. As a non-joke.
At your table, like while you're at the waiter.
Hey, here's some
Hey, what
wine and did you know?
My wife. I'm reading this book, listening to a book. Listening to this book on the Secret Service, the history of the Secret Service.
Which one? The CIA, FBI?
The SS. It's like the one that protects the president.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like that.
They call it the SS?
It's Secret
Change
It
acronyms.
sounds weird, right?
Change, guys. 9.
That's
No SS. Oh God, I gotta
Nine.
remember. I'm in public on the corner of a street
Yeah.
going 9 SS. All right.
He's called. Yeah. So this is a cool story actually. So obviously, like they protect the president,
Yeah.
and they've been around since like. I think they started coming around after like Lincoln was like assassinated, because Lincoln basically had one bodyguard that was just drunk, and like he like so the way Lincoln was assassinated was he just like Lincoln just a dude, it's the 1850 or whatever, and he's like, I want to go to a play, and they're like, sure, Mr. President, see you later. He just leaves the White House and he walks over to the nice theater, and he's sitting there, and he has like one bodyguard, and the bodyguard was bored, so he's like, I'll go to the bar. So he goes across the road to the bar, and then one of the person that murdered him was an actor that worked at that in the theater, right? So I think he had the day off.
Was he on stage? Oh, he had the day
The
off.
day off, and he just walked up, just blew his head off, right?
Booth?
Yeah,
John Booth?
John Voight. No, I don't know. Booth. Oh, yeah, Wilkes. I don't know. Something
Yeah.
Booth. Anyway, and then it goes from there. They create the Secret Service where they like build it up. They like, we need to hire people. And then another president gets murdered, like he gets shot or whatever. So like, we really need. And then cut to 1960, Kennedy, right? Still Secret Service. There's not that many. I think he had like 10 bodyguards.
That's still pretty good.
It's nothing, dude. It's so, imagine controlling a whole area. Like it's just like a guy there, a guy there. You need like guys on roofs.
You need hundreds. Okay.
You need like 10 guys in here and all. So Kennedy was known for like being like a wild man and partying and drinking and going, and every weekend he would fly to a different country, and so he only had 10 bodyguards. So 10 people trying to rotate. None of them. They're all tired. They're all overworked. They never see their family, right? So the one night someone is throwing like a party, like some press conference is throwing this big party, and so they invite all the Secret Service people out. They're like, fine, we'll go. Let's unwind. They end up partying all night till like 5 in the morning, and they have to wake up at 9 in the morning. So they show up and they're all hungover. They're all tired. They're all tired, and they're like going, and they're on the little, they're in their car, and there's like 2 guys walking. They're like, and
So that's why they're wearing sunglasses to hide the fact that they're all hungover.
Right, they're all like, and then
when they do it, when you see,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, actually they were doing this because their head hurts.
they're like, oh god, I'm hangover. Oh god.
And then like the new Secret Service, out of respect, they do this when they
Yeah.
want to talk to them. It all comes from like being a hungover.
And they hear a gunshot, they're like, oh, my head, please.
Like, is it a gunshot or is that just in my brain?
Yeah,
I have a
Is
headache.
that like migraine? So they hear the gunshot, and one guy was like, what's that? I swear to God, this is what was reported. They're like, what was that? What was that sound? And then all you hear is like, JFK was like shot in the neck or something, and he's like, they say like you hear his Boston accent being like, dear God, I've been shot in the neck. And everyone's like, what? And then you hear another shot, and his head just explodes. And everyone's like, and they're all like, still don't know what's going on, and they're running, and then he's dead, right? So they're all hungover. That's why he wasn't protected, because they're all like just up, right? It's really sad.
Also, he was on an open street in a convertible.
Yeah.
Mr. President.
He wanted to do that.
I
That
know,
was his whole
but-
thing. Yeah, it's stupid.
Buddy.
It's really dumb. But back
You know,
then,
the CIA wanted to kill you.
Mhm.
Cuba wanted to kill you.
Yeah.
Put a rooftop over
I
your
know,
head,
I know.
bro.
They even made the decision to not have a roof. They
That's
were like
great.
talking about like, oh, we should have no roof so you can wave, and he would shake everyone's hand. There was even a crazy story where he was at like
Well, he wanted to dismantle the CIA.
Yeah.
So he had so many enemies.
A lot of enemies. There's one story where he was like he was like in his his beach house. And he's like, oh, I want to go for a swim. So he's just walking down the road. And then no one knows he left. So they're like, where the hell's the president? So they find him. He's walking down the beach. The beach is packed with people, right? They're like, oh my God, it's JFK. And he's swimming. And there's no joke. There's 1,000 people just surrounding him trying to shake his... Because he's like the most famous man on the planet. Imagine seeing...
And he was beloved.
Beloved.
He's the most beloved president.
Yeah.
If you look, there's so many cities that have a JFK street or a JFK. Montreal has
JFK school, right?
Yeah, well, here we have a JFK. We have
street.
John F. Kennedy, an avenue. There's a statue of JFK.
Yeah.
Most
people love JFK.
People love JFK. He was like beloved by everyone. I mean, he was a womanizer and a whoremonger. Is that the word, whoremonger?
Yeah.
He likes to monger whores?
Yeah.
Is that the
what
expression?
that means? Yeah, I guess so.
Can you Google what is whoremonger? I think it means a guy who likes to bang women.
Yeah, I believe so. Whoremonger. You know who is one of the most beloved, the most nicest people to the CIA, to the SS? Hitler. No. Whoremonger in the Bible. A sexually immoral person.
A sexually immoral person. Yeah, he banged. Apparently, Marilyn Monroe. He banged her.
Yeah.
And then his brother. He's like, hey, you wanna? And then her brother. And then another Kennedy banged her. She was tossed around.
Damn.
This is when
RFK and JFK were both their heads blown off.
Dude, it must be tough to be Kennedy.
Yeah, really tough.
And now you have one that speaks like Bane. Uba gaba uba. The vacasina.
Apparently, Bush Senior's was really nice to the Secret Service.
But wasn't Bush Senior head of the CIA?
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, why is it just call it the service? Why is it Secret Service? If you're guarding the president, why is it a secret?
I don't know.
I think the Secret Service. You sure it's called the Secret Service?
The book is called the Rise and Fall of the Secret Service.
And it's just about the president's protection.
It's about the history of it and like what else they do. Like, you know,
what else do they do?
It also goes into like 9/11, right? So they're around him during 9/11. The president had no idea things were going on, and the Secret Service was like, should we tell the president? Because he was already on live TV reading to a bunch of kids, right? So if he didn't,
I don't know if you guys remember Bush can't read.
yeah, that was the dude.
That was stressing him more than the
like,
first.
The fox jumped over the.
Like you remember the
sheep.
news? You remember the news where there's like his secretary comes and he whispered to him, the second plane just been hit. In my mind, when I saw like, sir, you gotta stop reading. You're scaring everyone.
You're scaring the kid.
You're embarrassing yourself. This is in my mind what he was telling him. Like, nah.
By the way, that's the Secret Service that spoke to him.
Oh.
They were like, hey, because when they saw a plane that hit the World Trade Center or
allegedly. I like saying that from now on.
No, that's Pentagon. Pentagon. No, that's alleged. You know, it looks like a missile.
The Pentagon. No one talks about the Pentagon.
No.
People died.
Yeah. Oh, you're thinking the other building in.
No. Even,
people talk
Tower
about
7.
Yeah, that one nobody talks about.
9/11. Never forget. It's always the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
But also the Pentagon got shot.
Yeah, the Pentagon exploded.
And apparently the section that got hit contained millions of papers that were important for a reason. Blah 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 blah.
What? Okay, but this whole.
And aren't you surprised that Osama would want to bombard the Pentagon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he hated America. He only hated. They basically.
I know, but what else? Okay, let's say you're Osama.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. Let's say I'm Osama.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely New York. You have to attack New York. It's the Gotham City of America. You gotta plant something in there. I would try White House.
They did try the White House, but it got shot down. They tried. So the Pentagon is like half a mile from the White House.
Oh.
So it's like boom, and so. What the hell was I saying? Okay, so Cheney was in the Pentagon at the time, and he has his own Secret Service unit, right? And the whole time, Bush is in Florida, and where his whereabouts were known to the public for days and days in advance. So they're thinking like, oh my God, maybe like, is there an airplane coming to this freaking school?
Whoa.
Nobody knows. And the Secret Service had no idea what to do. So for 30 minutes, they just let Bush do whatever, read. They're like, okay, go.
I eat an apple.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then Oh no, sorry. I said Cheney was in Pyongyang. He was in the White House. So there's an airplane going to the White House, right? And they had no idea how to get into the bunker to protect him because they didn't have anybody in place to like open the door, put in the code. So like, oh my God. So Cheney's just standing outside the bunker as an airplane is literally standing right as an airplane is literally about to destroy the White House, right? And then
Go
just
to the McDonald's next door. Do something.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh my God!" If the airplane was going to hit in 60 seconds, but it remember the airplane that got taken down by the civilians inside.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. It crashed. So on somewhere else. So he got saved literally because someone in the airplane, and the airplane was coming straight to his location as the Secret Service couldn't figure out the password. They're so inept, and that's no wonder Trump's whole thing, Secret Service, are insanely inept. They saw a guy on the roof. They're like, what's that? Is that a guy? What's going on?
I think what they're doing now is that they're applying American philosophy finally in the Secret Service. Like they say, you know why American won World War II? America won the Second World War because apparently, like the tanks, the German tanks were way better than the American tanks, way better. But apparently, one of the German generals said is that every time we shot down 10 of their tanks, there was an 11 waiting.
Ah, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just, I think Bill Burr said it's like the McDonald's of
just tons and
just
tons.
just keep sending. So now I guess Secret Service like 100,
maybe
1,000 person, and they're like, one of us will do a correct job, and they just keep placing everybody.
It's hard.
They're humans. You have to remember, everyone's a human.
And also, the Secret Service has to do anything that the president says, right? So Clinton, this book is insane. This book goes, all the Secret Service people they interviewed, that's all anonymous, right? They just told every secret about every president.
Whoa.
So Clinton,
another whoremonger,
banged hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. It wasn't just a few women in the White House, hundreds. And so the whole time, like the president would go for a jog, right? And he'd go for a jog, and then he'd go to the YMCA. And then they'd be like, oh, what did you do? But the whole time, the Secret Service weren't allowed in the YMCA.
Why?
And so one Secret Service agent, his new guy, was like, how come we're not going in the YMCA? Because he was banging women,
young male Christian adults.
YMCA.
He was banging the YMCA.
Isn't it insane? So they were just covering up for him. And then there's this whole scandal.
In a YMCA?
I guess it's
that's
like
a man on a budget, man. That's why he was such a good president. He knew
how to budget.
How to budget. You banged him in the YMCA.
It seemed very inconspicuous, right? You go for a jog and then you go work out the YMCA. It doesn't seem like anything. And then
it's fun to the YMCA.
And then
is that why you go to the YMCA?
Yeah, so I can jerk off old dudes.
You can bang bang.
And also the whole time, the Secret Service also has an eye on Hillary, so they can tell him where Hillary is.
They're like, ugh.
Hillary hated the YMCA. Hated
probably.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how Hillary stuck with Clinton. It's insane. She hated the Secret Service. She would be mean. She's like, if I see one Secret Service agent, you're fired. No, don't make eye contact. She was the worst. Hey.
Ouais. Ouh. Attends. Premièrement, dis-nous c'est quoi?
Je sais pas, je l'ai acheté collier perdu.
Collier perdu? Ok, où est-ce que tu achètes ça, des colliers perdus?
C'est dans Saint-Hubert.
Ok. All right. So he bought a box, like a found box.
I don't know what is this.
All right. Okay. Amuse-toi bien avec.
Non.
Est-ce que
Why
c'est?
do you have that?
Est-ce que he bought it?
You bought that?
Oui, he bought it. He bought it.
Oh, c'est une chatte.
Ok, on va ranger ça parce qu'il y a des enfants. Okay. Non, parce que
yeah,
ça va
of course.
No,
Are you kidding me?
No, I don't wanna, it's gonna get removed from Facebook, from YouTube. We're not gonna have it on camera. Mais écoute, amuse-toi bien avec.
That's
Fais
really
attention
cool.
avec. Ah, parfait.
What's that?
It's a video game.
Is that like the video game that use that?
Salut. Bye bye.
Does it use that video game too?
So to tell.
That was the best thing ever.
So here is what just happened. So a child, I would say what, 14, 15?
Yeah, he's just a kid.
He's like, guys, can I show you something that I just bought? I'm like, what is it? He's like, I don't know. It's a collier perdu. You know what's a collier perdu?
No.
It's a lost parcel, like a lost package. You know, like sometimes, for example, Canada Post can't find, and so they just sell all these things.
They sell old packages?
So he's like, oh, it's somewhere on St. Hubert. It's a lost package, and this is what I bought. And then he whipped it out, and it was a fake vagina.
And on the other side, it was a mouth. Did you see
that? Oh,
yeah?
I didn't see that.
It was a BJ, VJ.
I saw the vagina, which was so realistic. This kid is, what, 14 right now? I don't see a single hair on his face.
That would ruin me if I was his age. I would
He's
be
gonna...
Oh Oh my god! Imagine your mom
Just
catches
so
you
much
with that,
with a fake vagina.
dude.
With a fake,
That was the craziest thing.
like a handheld vagina.
That was wild.
Maybe that's what your kid probably is gonna get. He's gonna have a VR and a fake vagina.
It's probably it's gonna be so escalated by then.
That's the Sears catalog of their
Mhm.
generation. It's gonna be a fake vagina.
Wow! Imagine you find that in the woods.
Maybe he found. Well,
Yeah.
this is the new finding in the woods.
We
It's a
should go there. We should
large
just
parcel
record in there.
at St. Hubert.
The fake vagina store.
Oh my God, that is.
Is that why you take long dark walks on
I've-
St. Hubert?
I put them. I returned
Yeah,
them. I'm
you
the one who's
returned
like,
it?
I'm done with this.
You're like, I lost my package,
I'm
guys.
done with this brown version. Can I get the Asian version, please?
Yeah.
That is insane. I never seen. That's the first time
Yeah,
I see a child
ooh.
and a sex toy
Yeah.
with the same
Together.
eyes in the same moment. That was
Ooh.
quite a thrilling.
That was a horrifying.
Wow.
That rule.
And he's like, "Hey, show it on camera."
Show
I'm like,
us.
I'm not gonna show it on camera.
No,
Wow,
that's
the
funny.
second. That's the second interaction with children that is quite scarring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to make a short about the children,
Yeah, the
please.
Trump.
Yes. Yeah, about the whole thing and
They're
how,
talking about,
the
like, Andrew
mics-
Tate.
Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's funny. I was listening to I was walking by a group of kids. You know what kids are talking about these days? They're talking about like Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Trump. That's all they're talking about.
Well, how
is,
old are we talking about?
Like 14, 15, 16. That's all I wasn't talking about politics when I was their age. I was talking about Dragon Ball Z.
Tits, ass,
Nah.
math, tits, ass, math.
So, yeah,
guilt,
okay, yeah.
Guilt, tits,
Stuff
ass,
that,
math, guilt,
and
jacking
also
off.
but not politics.
No.
And they're all like, "Yo, Trump's totally gonna destroy Kamala," and one person's like, "Well, actually, I read her fiscal policy."
Really?
And it's insane. Like these kids are just talking about like the most
It's
boring
funny,
crap.
my students, they're like, Trump seems like good man. It's so
That's
funny.
hilarious.
So listen to this. I'm speaking to one of my students. So for those who don't know, I teach part time,
Mhm.
and one of my students, they're in China.
Mhm.
She's Chinese, and she's like, I watched the Olympics.
Mm.
She's like, the man dressed like a girl, so silly. I'm like, yeah. She's like,
It's the French.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm like, how can you even
I know.
bring up
Yeah.
that subject?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I love the fact she's like, so silly.
So
like, that's her.
silly.
She's like, they're being
It
silly.
is quite silly.
That's true. It's okay.
Yeah, I
And
think
like,
the
they're-
best part of the Olympics was Tom Cruise showing up.
Oh,
That was
Tom Cruise showed up.
pretty
Did he
cool.
run?
Yeah, he ran.
That's all he does.
So he, it's funny. I was actually watching it live. Like it was like in the afternoon. It was the closing ceremony, right? It was
Mhm.
around like 3 p.m. I'm like, oh, cool. Boom, put it on. It's like a bunch of boring stuff. They're waving. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden they're like, L.A. is gonna host the Olympics in 2028, and they're like, oh, cool. And it goes like, you just hear someone singing the American national anthem, and then you hear. Oh no! What's the Mission Impossible? And it goes like zooms up, and you see Tom Cruise on the ceiling, on the roof of the Olympic Stadium, and he jumps off of it, and he's like, and he runs, and then he grabs the American flag and the flame, and he jumps on
And then
a motorcycle.
he puts it in like a French person's
Yeah,
heart.
he's like, he breaks the guy's neck, punches the head.
America.
Yeah, he jumps on he actually jumps on a motorcycle.
What?
And then he drives onto an airplane.
What?
The airplane takes off, and then he lands or something. And then I swear to God, I think they must have cut it with like pre-recorded footage because he lands in L.A. and the Red Hot Chili Peppers are playing.
What?
And then Billie Eilish and Snoop Dogg, and they're all, and it's
Of course, duh. Of course. Look at you, like I think it's pre-recorded. What did he take a super megatronic, freaking supersonic jet in like 30 seconds? He lands.
No. I know that, but like I'm just saying, whatever. It was, but he the performances were live. Like they were actually like playing live, like in that moment.
Yeah, but he was.
No. That was a pre-recorded thing, but he does actually go in an airplane.
Yeah.
But then then there's this whole fake. It's almost like they got IMAX cameras all of a sudden, and he's like, "Mr. President, we're about to land."
Really?
It's something like that, and then he jumps out the airplane, and it is pretty cool.
He
That
is.
LA is out of control.
It's gonna be interesting because LA. There's so many homeless people.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe they'll get them jobs or something.
They used to put like Wi-Fi receivers on homeless guys, so they would walk around and you get free Wi-Fi.
Oh man, imagine especially all these homeless people. They all have conspiracy theories
Yeah.
about 5G, and then they become 5G. You are 5G. Whoa,
That's funny.
That's crazy. Down. Tom Cruise, man.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Dude, Scientology is the answer. That's it.
The only problem is we need like a lot of money in order to be really into it, like to get the Ashton Kutcher or like what is it called?
Ashton Kutcher is in Scientology?
Sorry, who's the one guy that like the guy that was accused of rape or whatever?
Which one?
Yeah.
It's LA, baby. All of them.
Hyde from the guy with
Sam
the glass.
Hyde. Oh, he was a.
Yeah, exactly. He was in the Scientology.
Oh.
Yeah.
They didn't protect him.
They didn't give enough money.
Oh.
They didn't give
Well,
enough money.
money does buy you a lot of
protection.
a lot of good things,
Guns.
So anyway, so I came back this week.
Oh yeah.
And it's good. I just jumped back into comedy.
Nice.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Wow.
No, not Sunday. I took Sunday off, but it was good to just did a show in a private house.
Where?
So I hosted it last year. It's like a guy's a millionaire,
Oh wow.
and I hosted the show. What he does is that in his front yard or like front parking, he puts a big tent. He orders like a food truck, so people eat and then they
that's
watch
really
a comedy
cool.
show. And he's like, Amer, you can be as filthy as you want.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
so dude, within 4 minutes on stage, I say, I'm like, let's go.
Whoa.
Let's party. Yeah, it was very nice.
That's cool.
It was interesting to come again to a show that I did last year. Because I'm like, I can't do any of the material I did last year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's do new jokes. The guy told me, like, don't do too many jokes about the Middle East.
Oh,
I'm
because
like,
they're all Jewish, or
there's Jews in the crowd. I'm like,
they can take a joke.
I'm like, don't worry. He's like, I know I'm in good hands. Just be careful. I'm
Middle
like,
East. Yeah.
But it was interesting. I get to meet Kenny Robinson.
Who's that?
Black guy, like a staple in the Canadian
comedian.
yeah.
Okay.
Fucking destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Old black guy, just
dirty.
Dirty old black man. So funny.
Nice.
It was interesting. Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
And
nice fun experience. Yeah.
cool. Okay.
Did you do any cool shows?
I did. What did I do? Oh, yeah, I had COVID and I did like 2 or 3 shows.
Didn't care.
I did like Lord William. I was just coughing and everything.
See, that's Greek. You see, that's your Greek side. You don't care. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I mean, I was booked, so I was like,
Greek.
and I didn't know I had COVID until I
you
felt horrible.
You're Greek.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna.
I remember I told you, hey, go test yourself. Remember I told you, get yourself tested for COVID?
Yeah.
Because I heard some people like, I'm on vacation, right? So you hear people speaking English, and I heard people saying like, "Oh, I got COVID." So I'm like, "Oh, I guess COVID is,
it's back."
Like, maybe when you said, "Oh, I feel foggy," I'm like, "Get yourself tested."
Very foggy.
Yeah,
but it was fun.
And now half of the
foggy.
scene has COVID because of you, because you're Greek. Excuse me. I have to go. I have a show.
I used to be so mindful of people getting. I don't care. Just get me sick. I'll get you sick.
You're Greek.
I don't mind getting sick.
Let it out. Let your Greek side shine, Gabe.
I know.
How can one man be so rude?
Yeah, I know. Ooh. What the hell else did we do?
It's interesting, so I go back on stage and I have like a new 5 minutes on Germany and on Greece. So I'm like, I want to do them, but it's not an open mic. They're pre show. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So I open with like, let's go. Just start talking about Germany. Let's start talking about Greece, about hot gay Greek man. And it's working.
Oh, that's good.
So we'll try it out tonight. See if I can, get the.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Can you tell that story?
No, I tell the story about how I told you like there's 2 type of Greek men.
Mm-hmm.
They're either like gorgeous, most beautiful, handsome men I've ever seen, or they're straight. There's no in between.
No, ugly.
So that's talk about this. Talk about how Germans are.
Excuse me.
It was weird. Hey, I wanted to bring out something. We didn't talk about it. So you remember when we went to Berlin and we went to see comedy shows, and the Germans were making Holocaust jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And we were both blown away.
Were they were they German? Yeah, they were Germans, right?
They were laughing. Who cares about who was making the jokes?
Yeah.
They were laughing. Damn, she is running as if there's a bear behind her. I was wrong. Like, is there someone behind her right now?
Yeah, she's running. It's a sprint.
That's a sprint, exactly.
It's true.
It's not a
jog.
jog.
It was people were all out just laughing at the Holocaust.
And I thought about it, and here's my theory. Tell me what you think. Germans have to laugh at the Holocaust jokes. They have to, because that's the political correct way to deal. Like for us, political correctness is that if someone does a Holocaust joke, you're offended and you're like, "Whoa, me, no, I refuse." In Germany, to be politically correct you have to laugh at a Holocaust joke,
Mm.
because when you don't laugh at a joke, you're taking it seriously.
Yes.
And no German audience
No.
wants to be seen
Yeah.
listening to someone say like, you know who we should burn? The Jews. And like, yes, it's true. Like, they don't want to be seen taking it seriously.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they have to laugh
Yeah.
in order to acknowledge that
Yeah.
this is
That
ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. Yeah.
This is a
it's
joke.
absurd.
We're being politically correct
Mhm.
and laughing at a joke.
Yeah.
Not
This is-
reality.
yeah, this
this
is not real.
not real.
I don't feel this way anymore.
No, that's it. We
We're
moved
done.
on.
Now it's comedy.
This is
tragedy.
pure comedy.
Yeah.
I talk about how, like, when I arrived to Germany, like, the only Germany I had in my mind is World War II Germany and the Juden and that guy, and then you land and you're like,
Yeah.
like, in our mind this is what Germany is, but for them it's been like fucking 80 years that people have moved on.
Yeah.
They evolved.
It's beautiful mountains.
It's
and
the
cities.
people, they're not like, like, it's part of their history and they acknowledge
Yeah.
it, but they're like, no, they've been a revolution in their minds, and how
Yeah.
everyone is a bit gay,
Mhm.
and you talk to people and they're like, hello, and it's not, and you're like,
Mhm.
oh, this, like, they moved on so much that I swear I saw a graffiti that said like Israel, but in my mind
Wow.
is like, but not like we meant before, like in a
Different way.
completely different
In
way.
a different way.
It's more political now. There's a
Yeah.
big,
Yeah.
there's a big asterisk after the
Yeah.
Israel. It's not the same as we did before. It's like they're
That's-
back to being anti-Semitic, but like with a twist.
I know.
It's quite funny.
It's not. That is a little bit of a slippery slope. It might go. I feel like we're going down a weird road where things are gonna be done to certain countries in a way that people forget that has happened 80 years ago already. I don't know. Things are slippery.
I don't think.
slipperily
No.
going down.
Listen, the Israel will never allow that to happen.
But who knows? Maybe in a way that isn't this. You know how like in the World War II it was gradual. It was
Yeah.
like then it's like okay now. Maybe like they'll just drop a giant bomb or something. Or
Who will?
Who the hell knows?
Like
I don't
Iran
know.
will drop a-
maybe Iran or maybe like
No.
America.
Because
all
here's
of a
the
sudden it's like,
difference.
you know what?
Now,
I'm pro-Israel or pro-Palestine, baby. And it's
nah. Because here's
Kamala
the
Harris.
difference. Here's the difference. Jews learn from the mistakes of their past.
Yeah.
They're armed to the teeth. They're one of the
Yeah.
biggest. They how can I say this? They don't like the way they're reacting
Mhm.
now to what happened on October 7th is showcasing their strength
Mhm.
and their ability to, at all costs, whether it's a big cost or to protect
Yeah.
their population. That's all they want. They want to protect their population
Yeah.
and make sure that if you try anything, you'll be punished severely.
I know. Well,
It's sad. But here's the thing. Here's what makes me sad, is that it will continue. Like, what's important for me is that Jews never feel fear
mhm.
that they will
Okay.
be judged for who they are as people.
Uh-huh.
So I try to always treat them. Whenever I meet someone Jewish, like, hey, you're a brother.
Mhm.
You're an equal. I love you. I show
My
love
brother.
to that person.
Mhm.
Whatever is happening right now, it's making the diaspora not feel safe.
Mhm.
Jews outside of Israel feel the tension,
Yeah.
like all those, they see all this vague anti-Semitism happening around them. The criticism of Israel. A lot of people, also a lot of Jews of the
Mhm.
diaspora, take the criticism of Israel as anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Who knows what's happening? So the diaspora is suffering so that the country is safe.
Okay.
Kind of. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah. No. I mean, the reaction is like very similar to when, like, when 9/11, like,
Yeah.
like it's like
Yeah.
the same. Then the
Yeah.
following week, they literally blew the.
People need to understand that when you attack a country, the response will not be equal.
No.
When you attack a country that is way bigger than you,
Yeah.
the response will not be equal opposite force. The response will be 100-fold.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
It's
it. So
spooky.
you just have that's war. War is horrible.
Mhm.
That's it. And I've thought about it. You know what the world needs? Because I was thinking, I told you, right, about when someone stole my necklace, and I said, forget it.
Yeah.
I was lazy. I realized if everyone was lazy, there would be like no wars.
Mhm.
People just have to be lazy.
They gotta like hire
have too much
incompetent
ambition.
people. Like, yeah.
It's just, like, if everyone was like,
Yeah.
you can't just have everyone. Every single human has to be lazy.
Everybody.
Like,
Yeah.
you gotta protect the border. You
'Cause-
gotta attack the border. Like, if you're just
Yeah.
lazy and like just joie de vivre and drinking
Yeah.
wine and making
Oh,
love,
that would be.
maybe not like
Nobody would even think about conflict.
was just conflict requires. The problem is always ambitious people. That's it. Because a lot of people get hurt, but it's the the people who are hurt and ambitious. They're the people who are gonna fucking fight back. This ambition is the worst thing that ever happened to humanity.
Yeah.
Just be lazy.
Just chill, guys. Just chill.
Just let them,
Just tell them take your gold.
let them take your gold. And it's gold. Forget it. But everyone needs to be lazy. Because if the guy who stole my necklace, if he was lazy, he's like,
I'll just go get a job.
But the thing is, my stomach was full, so I didn't run after him.
Yeah.
But his stomach was empty.
There's nothing
So
worse
he
than being
needed
full.
the gold, and probably he's gonna sell it for like $10.
Damn.
Because stolen goods are not sold at face value. It's a stolen good.
You have to go to a fence.
Ever met a crackhead who was trying to sell you like a scooter for like $2?
Yeah.
Because the guy he has no concept. He lives on the street. He has no concept, of the value of what's something.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's $2. He's just like, all right, whatever.
I once bought a bike for $10.
There we go. That's
I gave it to my friend.
Dude, my dad once bought me a bike where the lock was still on. And I just rode the bike and I never thought. I'm like, oh, that's a stolen bike. My dad's a cab driver. So probably a guy on the street's like, hey, you want to buy this bike? $5. The guy's like, my dad's like, all right, I'll buy it.
Wow. Fuck.
So, but the lock was still on. Like you could, it wasn't on the wheel.
You hear clunk.
But probably it was connected to one of those metal poles, and the guy just broke the metal pole, but he couldn't get the lock out.
Yeah, and he's like, discount the extra
$2.
It's a speed lock.
And yada. I got a bike for summer. It was cool. It's okay. It's okay. Just be lazy, guys. Just be lazy and listen to our podcast.
Yeah, just
and laugh with us.
Oh, what's that on my face? Is something on my face?
Oh yeah, I think a bird just shat on your face.
Oh no! Thank God.
No, it was foam. Oh, okay.
Phew. Dude, a bird shat on me. When did it shit on me? A bird did shit on me recently, actually.
Yeah. You told me it was the biggest.
Oh, dude, I had to stand in a bathroom. I took off my shirt. I was just in a.
Where was it?
It was like at a Maxi or something.
Okay. You were on your way to a Maxi, you're on your way to a supermarket.
No, I was thinking I was on my way to a show.
Okay.
And a bird shat on me, and I'm like, it's either I go. So I went to Maxi, and I was like, I figured, if it's fresh, you can wipe it off and then wash it, and then it'll be clean.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was white. It was a white shirt too.
Thank God.
White, like my
virgin
white.
Yeah, like you would wish to be.
Yeah. My would be white. But yeah, no, I fixed my back. Yeah, it was good. I was, well, thank God for that.
You went. It's so rare that I go to a washroom of a supermarket.
Because you know why? I figured because they're private ones. They're always typically private bathrooms.
Because because no one goes to the washroom at a supermarket unless it's an emergency.
Yeah.
And it's like go.
I'm like,
with a heart on, it was weird.
Yeah, and people waiting for me.
Ocupado.
I'm all wet. Yeah.
Your shirt is wet.
I know.
You're like,
do not go in there. It smells like bird.
If that bird went to the supermarket and took a you wouldn't have shirt. That's the secret. All right,
sad.
Guys, listen. Whatever, how long we recorded, this is going to be the podcast. Thank you so much. If you're listening to this, come Club at Water Friday,
what's the date now?
August 31st.
10 days from now. Oh no,
the last Friday of this of August.
Yes.
Come. We have a sweet lineup. We have David Hernan coming all the way from New York
David
and
Hernan.
London. He's going to be on the show. It's going to be awesome. We have Vivith K closing. We have Paul Brinder, who's been killing everywhere.
What?
So I'm like, I gave him a spot. I gave him a chance.
Yeah, I'll believe when I see it.
And Matthew Burgelli, another fantastic joke writer.
Awesome. He's
We're
great.
going to have him on the live podcast, Matthew. I think you guys need to hear.
Matthew Burgelli rules.
Thank you so much for listening. All the people who've been messaging me and telling me how awesome this show is and giving their thoughts and opinions. Gabe, how old is this guy?
Which guy? The guy
on the bike.
The morph suit?
Yeah, the morph suit. So yeah, guys, thank you for everyone who slid in my DMs and told me how awesome they love the show and how much happiness it brings them and how it turns them on and how they love the Berlin podcast and the colors and everything. We love your messages. Subscribe, guys. Tell a friend. That's all we want. Tell a friend. Tell them how much you love this podcast. And just subscribe, listen, like, comment, share, love, obey.
You know, a good way to get people to listen is just say, we're going to have a big surprise guest and soon.
And snot. Beep. All right. I love you, Gene. Bye.